Activity 8. The data has been posted on Layer. It's based on exploring money supply trends in Canada. So I strongly recommend you read all of this, the first 4 things which are here to understand what you're analyzing. And we are going to go and pivot the data to answer question 1, the second question, and the third one is up to you to answer. You don't need any pivoting here. You already have all the information in the first 2 pivots to be able to answer this one. Place it on a Word document. You have to comment it properly, and that's it. So I'm going to start my Excel. My data is already here. I'll pivot it to answer the first question. Insert, pivot table. Okay. I'll put date under rows, put indicator under columns, and put value where we have values. And right now I'll generate the first chart. Click anywhere inside the table, pivot table analyze, pivot chart, take a line chart, okay. And there we go. We can see the evolution of the different indicators across time. And if you want to go deeper, you can just click here to expand to see maybe what's happening during the different quarters and so on and so forth. So what can you see? Let me get the yearly average back. Let me click the negative. So if you take a look here, you can clearly see what happened. As we are leaving 2019, getting into 2020, you can see money supply increasing and drastically increasing. There is a general upward trend, but you can clearly see things got crazy around here. And by the time we are getting here, this is when we are fighting inflation. So there is a strong relationship between the amount of money available. You can see it went up like crazy. And now they are fighting inflation, trying to bring it to a value that is even below what used to be there. So it's interesting. You can explore it and see. Let me click again so that we get a bit more detail and see what happened. So that's it for the first chart. Let's go to the second question, which is here. So the first one says, how has each money supply measure changed over time? The second one says, what are the relative sizes of all of this as of the latest data? So the latest data, if we take a look, I think it's the month of August of 2024. So let's go and take a look at it. We have to do another pivot. So I'll go back to our data set. I'll click sheet 1, go back there. Insert, pivot, okay, and now we want to see what has happened to them. Let's run it all over again. Value under values, date under rows, indicator right there. And now to take a look at what happened during the last period, pivot table analyze, insert timeline, check date. Okay, I'll go to this drop down. Here we have month as the default. We don't want that. We want to take year. We want to choose 2024 and then go back to the drop down and now take month. Now you see 2024 with the months. We want to take, if I click on, let's say July, we still have data. If I keep scrolling, okay, or you can just increase the size. Click August, we still have September, there is no data. So we have to stay at August. So we want to see what happened at this period. So I'll click inside my data set so that my pivot fields will reappear. Go to pivot table analyze, pivot chart. Do not take pi. I know the instruction says pi. Do not take pi, use column. Okay. I'll increase the size. And now it's important you put the title. I want to put the data values. So as the chart is active, go to design, add chart element, data labels. I'll put it, let's see, okay, I'll take this. Whatever works for you, go for it. So that is it. You can see the different, you can see that for August, which is the most recent data we have, we can see where we are. So this is August 2024, M1 to M2++. So that's how it looks like. So we can see the amount of money supply out there by the different categories. So I think that is it. Now it's up to you to play around with the last instruction. It says, is there a significant difference in the growth of narrow? Well, when you talk of the narrow measure of money supply, it's M1, the different M1s, and the broad, it's the different M2s. So they want to see if there is any main difference. So it's up to you to go to your charts, take a look at the first pivot. You'll see that the broadest measures, the two M2s, they are there, and these are the two M1s. You can compare them to see. Okay, have fun, and I will see you in class.